Martinelli's sparkling cider, the best. What's up, family? Today I am talking about pregnancy symptoms and things I did not expect and that I've experienced throughout my pregnancy. I know that every woman's experience is different, so this is what has been going on for me the past 33 weeks. I am in my third trimester. I'm 8 months pregnant, so the time is getting close. But for real, before I actually get started with my list of things that I was not expecting, my whole pregnancy itself was unplanned. My partner and I actually split shortly after I found out I was pregnant. So I have been rocking it with my parents and I love them. My mom has gone to every single doctor's appointment with me. So it's been really nice to have her as my support system. So my experience has definitely been different than a lot of people. I feel, especially too, because I don't have a partner. So yeah, there's some aspects to this that not everybody's going to be able to relate to, or not everybody's really going to experience. That's just been me, and every woman's pregnancy is different. Some of this is going to be super TMI, some of it's going to be kind of sad, some of it's going to be kind of weird, but I feel like that's pregnancy in a nutshell right there. Number one. So in the first trimester, I did not expect to feel so insecure with myself, even though I wasn't even showing yet. It was really hard to not like look at old pictures of myself or look at other women who aren't pregnant and see like how great their bodies look, and I'm like, gosh, my body is never gonna be the same again. This was before I was even showing. I kind of wish I could go back to myself in my first trimester and be like, relax, this journey is gonna be beautiful. You're doing something amazing. But yeah, the body image, I struggled a lot with it. I still kind of do sometimes. I've been a personal trainer and I've been working out for like 8 years plus. So putting a lot of work into your body like that time investment into your body in the gym and everything, and then just all of it just comes to a halt. It was really hard for me. I feel like for any woman struggling with body image during pregnancy is completely normal. It's a very normal emotion to go through, and it's easier said than done to kind of hype yourself up and lift yourself up. So yeah, that's one thing I just really wasn't ready for. I felt super, super insecure about myself, and I was just always looking at other women and comparing myself to them. It gave me a lot of anxiety, made me struggle a lot in my first trimester. And still, now I'm in my third trimester now, and I get waves of it every so often. So yeah, that's just something I wasn't prepared for. I also thought in the first trimester that I was going to be able to work out. I was like, oh, I want to be one of those girls that works out their whole pregnancy, and I want to get in the gym and I want to stay active. That bed was calling my name 24/7. It was hard enough just to get up and go to work, on top of all of the things that I was struggling with mentally. I was going through a breakup. I was feeling extremely insecure. The gym was not happening in my first trimester. Second trimester though, on it. Second and third trimester, been on it, been feeling good. But yeah, that first trimester, you just gotta make it through the first trimester, to be honest. Like, that first trimester is no joke. Another like change that I noticed in the first trimester, gingivitis. You can get pregnancy gingivitis where your gums are just so red and swollen and bleeding literally like the second anything touches your gums. They're just like bleeding. I've been struggling with that throughout my whole pregnancy. My gums have just been so swollen and puffy and just angry, and I'm like, why? So yeah, number two, pregnancy gingivitis. I guess I can kind of pair that, the gingivitis, with pregnancy rhinitis, this congestion that I'm dealing with. It sucks. It can happen really at like any point throughout your pregnancy, but it's basically like a cold for pregnant women, and you're just stuffy, congested, and yeah. So I've been experiencing this for the past couple weeks, which I was not ready for. Number three, nutrition and food. I had no idea if I was gonna be somebody who got super sick, if I was gonna be super nauseous and couldn't eat anything. I had no clue what it was gonna be like. You really don't know until you get a little bit further into it, but I never really craved any like one specific food. I'll go through like periods of time where I'm like, if I think about something, I'm like, oh, I have to have that. Like, for example, I went on like a 2-week kick of Cold Stone chocolate ice cream with rainbow sprinkles. And now that I'm sitting here thinking about the Cold Stone ice cream, I kind of want to go get some. That's like how it's been for me. If I think about a food too much and I'm like, oh, that's really good, then I'll have to go get that food. But I got super lucky. I was not sick at all in my first trimester. There would be nausea here and there. I feel like nothing more than what would come with like a menstrual cycle type of nausea. I know a lot of women do struggle with extreme nausea and they have to be put on like fluids and stuff, and that is extremely rough. So yeah, if you can eat, I don't know what your cravings are gonna be like, but I wasn't like the stereotypical movie like, oh, I want pickles or I want this. I will say though, I would get really pissed if somebody ate my food. Like, now that I live at my parents' house, I have a 20-year-old brother, and when he's home from school, he likes to clear the house out and clear the pantry out. So I do remember an instance where there was a blueberry muffin from Costco. If you know about those Costco blueberry muffins, then you know. They're like this big, and I was so excited to eat the blueberry muffin for breakfast before I went to training in the morning, and he ate it. That was not a good day. Yeah, don't eat a pregnant woman's food. So yeah, the nutrition, I didn't know what to expect with that, and I'm honestly not mad at how it's been going. Recently, now that I'm in my 3rd trimester, baby's taken up a lot of space, so my appetite has actually decreased. So I have to kind of remind myself that I need to eat and that I need to stay on top of my eating. My baby must like this cider because he is dancing right now. Number 4 of what I was not expecting was the whole mindset change that I had. When I tell you I feel like I became a new woman overnight, that's real. Pregnancy changes you in a way that no event in life can change you. And honestly, I feel like because I've been preparing to be a single mom, when this wasn't anything that I actually like wanted to go into by myself like this. So I really like when that happened and me and my partner split, and I was like, okay, I'm about to have a baby. I have got to get it together. I'm 25 years old, so I'm 25. I'm not married. I'm 1 year into my business, so I had like a lot of life change happen really, really quickly, and I've noticed the most change. Like no other event in my life has ever changed my mindset like pregnancy has. I just feel like I've shifted, like something in my brain has just shifted into mom mode, and I've like shifted to enter a new level of like womanhood. But like knowing that I am responsible for somebody's life, I'm responsible for teaching somebody values and morals and, you know, just raising them to leave a good impact in the world, that made me want to get myself together like completely. So I've spent all of my pregnancy like really to myself and really just trying to build up myself as a woman. I got a Bible journal that I have been journaling. I think it's called Proverbs 31. Or it's like Become a Proverbs 31 Woman. It's been a journey just stepping into a different level of womanhood, and it's not that I'm not going to say that I wasn't prepared for it, but it definitely has shaken my life up like completely, but I feel so amazing about it. Yeah, like I don't know, I overall feel like a much better woman than I was before I was pregnant. With that growth has come some challenges also, because pregnancy emotions are no joke. So that's number 5. The pregnancy emotions, the bursts of anger, sadness, anxiety. It's a lot, and the emotions are very, very intense. And I've talked about this some on my TikTok about how I wish people would give pregnant women more grace because we truly are going through a lot. I haven't really felt like there's been many people that have been willing to give me grace in my life, especially my ex-partner. It's just a lot, and I wish people would be more understanding that they don't know what it's like, what we're going through. But you can know enough to be like, okay, wow, this person is going through a lot and hormones are all over the place and the emotions are going to be all over the place. Nobody's going to be 100% perfect and happy and sweet and nice to everybody. I have bursts of anger and I have outbursts of sadness. Like, going through a heartbreak during pregnancy is not easy. And still having to be involved with that person, like, you can't just detach yourself because you share a human together. So the emotions, I feel like in that aspect, have just been amplified times 3. And it's really hard. It's really, really hard. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it's easy. It's hard to navigate. It's hard to work through, but it's crazy because in pregnancy, it's like the emotions don't last very long. It's literally a burst. Like, it could be like 5 to 10 minutes of just like straight like anger or like just going in on somebody. And then after, you're like, oh, like a Sour Patch Kid, pretty much. Yeah. So they tell you that pregnancy hormones are a different beast. That's true. That is true. Number 6, walking. Okay, so when your belly starts to grow, I always thought that pregnant women like had a waddle in their step, like a little pregnancy pimp walk, because of how big the belly gets. But that's not true. It literally hurts. Like, it stretches and it hurts, and every step you take hurts. And that's why pregnant women waddle. Not because of how big their belly is. Because honestly, the belly's manageable. Like, you don't really... I'm not going to say it doesn't feel like anything, but like, maybe because I've been working out and strengthening my core and stuff, I haven't had any back problems or any pains like that. But that stretching of the baby growing, symphysis pubis dysfunction. Yeah, it can make it hard to do simple day-to-day things when you're pregnant. When the joint between your right and left pelvic bones allows for more movement than usual. Ligaments hold the joint in place so that your pelvic bones aren't able to move or shift past the point of comfort. During pregnancy, due to hormonal changes, these ligaments loosen so that the joint becomes flexible enough for your pelvic bones to widen during delivery. It hurts. It hurts. But one thing that does help is sitting in like a butterfly stretch position. A butterfly stretch position and just kind of learning to breathe through different pains to help prepare you for labor. But yeah, that stretching pain and that, like, it's literally every step you take, and that's why it's a waddle, because we're just trying to make it to our destination without collapsing. Also, another like physical thing like that, sciatica. My leg will like randomly give out, and I was not ready for that. Leg will literally, and I'll just not actually fall, but it just makes you like weak for a second. It's crazy. Another physical thing, feeling the baby kick for the first time is not like the movies. It feels like little butterflies at first, but as you get further along in your pregnancy, it's like an alien. It's very weird at first. Like, now I love it because I feel him and I'm like, oh my gosh, my little baby. And like, when you can see their actual movements, like you can see their little hands or feet kicking, it's truly, truly magical as you get further along. But initially, you know that it's a kick and not just little butterflies. It's weird. I didn't know what to expect, but it's very, very weird. It kind of freaks you out because that makes it real. Like, it's been real the whole time, but when you can feel it, it's like, whoa. Now I'm gonna get into my TMI information. Let's go ahead and take a sip of our cider real quick. This stuff is TMI, so if you don't want to hear it, exit the video now. Okay. All I'm gonna say is go buy some panty liners right now. If you're pregnant and if you're getting further along in your pregnancy, panty liners or pads, a must. I cannot do anything without leaking urine. I can't do anything without leaking. If I cough, I'm gonna leak. If I sneeze, I'm gonna leak. If I laugh too hard, I'm gonna leak. And it's happened plenty of times and I've had to change. I've been showered and in my pajamas and I've leaked and had to change and clean myself up. Like, it's not like it's anything crazy, but the leaking is real. And trying to hold it in too hard is, I don't know, because when I tried to do that, it hurt my belly. It hurt my stomach a little bit, so you just have to keep yourself relaxed. You're gonna leak. You're gonna have gas. I've had gas, and it doesn't smell good. None of it does. Because I feel like, I don't know, the gas probably comes from like the constipation, because you get very constipated during pregnancy too. That's another thing. Some days are gonna be better than others, but yeah, a lot of the time it's gonna be hard to go to the bathroom unless you're taking something or drinking something that's gonna help you go to the bathroom. It's all up in the air, to be honest. It's all up in the air. Just doing anything like high impact, any like sort of like high pressure down there, you're gonna leak. And on top of all of that, you have discharge for days. For days. Like, days. I did not even know that there could be so much, but it's normal. So if it happens to you, it's normal. I'm in it with you, sis. It happens to me too. Panty liners or a pad, always, because you're gonna notice it. Nothing smells good. If you have a heightened sense of smell, my smell has been extremely heightened. The discharge, all of it, just everything is so sensitive to my nose. I don't think that anybody else can smell it or anything like you can, but yeah, the gas, the discharge, all of it doesn't smell good, doesn't feel good, and it's all in excess. Everything in pregnancy is just amplified by 10. I don't know if this has happened to anybody else, but my feet have been so sweaty and so smelly. Like, my poor socks and my poor shoes, I had to buy this like odor spray for my shoes, because it doesn't matter what kind of socks I'm wearing. If they're like thin, it doesn't matter if it's 20 degrees outside, my feet are gonna sweat and it makes my shoes stink and it makes everything stink. And my mom keeps making fun of me because my feet stink so bad at the end of the day when I get home, and I'm like, I cannot help it. Like, I don't know what to do about it. I'll be laying in the bed. I was one of those people who could not sleep with my feet out. Like, my feet had to be under the covers, but during pregnancy, I have to leave my feet out because they just get so sweaty and then it stinks and it sucks. It really sucks. I really hope I'm not alone in some of the things that I've experienced, especially the TMI stuff, because it's a lot. Like, pregnancy is so beautiful, but it changes you. It changes your body, and it's a huge challenge mentally and physically for women. So moms and moms to be, I have so much respect for you. Like, we are doing it. We are doing the thing, going through all these changes. As I'm speaking right now, my hands are sweaty. You just never know the next symptom that's going to pop up. So I still have 7 weeks left. I have no idea if anything else is going to come. So I will say too, so I haven't gotten any stretch marks yet. I do have the little birthing line. It's kind of light, and it took my belly button a while to pop out. Yeah, like, I feel like my belly button just popped out within the last week, and I'm in my 3rd trimester. And it's so fun to just like rub it and see your baby's reaction to touch. Like, once they can react to touch and everything, you just want to rub your belly all day. It's beautiful. Like, it really is. I love to sit here and rub my belly and feel my baby kick. So it's exciting. My nesting has kicked in, so I will be posting a lot more baby content as I prepare for my little man's arrival. So yeah, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below what you think, if you experienced any of these symptoms, and let me know what video you guys would like to see next.